Hi, this is Christina again. So I am here on my channel about releasing to help the law of attraction work better for you. If you're not familiar with my channel, I work on releasing everything in my life to God or to your universe, whatever you want. Sorry, and I release it to gain back messages from God. And with those messages, I can see where I need to work in my life to make the law of attraction work better for me, or anything better for that matter. So for this that you see, these videos that I do, they're actually like a journal. They are what I've been working on and the results I've been getting from it, the messages I've been getting. So this may be something that resonates with you and you can use it, or maybe it doesn't and it's just interesting to listen to. I encourage everybody to make their own videos on this because it really helps if you can talk about what you're releasing and working on, and then also, or maybe just write down a journal or talk to somebody about it. All these things are great, but this is my live journal so that everybody can be part of it and see what I'm doing with it, how it works for me, because it's a really fantastic process, and I can't tell you how much I have gotten out of my life just by doing this. So today we've been talking about the law of attraction not working for you. And the reason I bring this up, because my husband and I have been talking about it, obviously. Other people have asked me about it too, and it's a hot topic right now because so many people are interested in the law of attraction. So many people have become what they call part of the law of attraction community, and they want this to work for them. And me included, and if I obviously, nobody knows me quite well yet because I'm still pretty new to being on YouTube, but I have had some great law of attraction stories where I've manifested amazing things, and I've had some, things that haven't happened yet that I would love to happen, but it just hasn't happened for me. So I do understand the frustration, and I've had moments with the law of attraction where I've said, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to do the law of attraction anymore. I'm so tired of this. I'm tired of not getting it. So I do understand, and it's caused my husband and I to do some talking about this and think about this, and releasing, because that's what we do. We release everything and we send it out to God and we wait for answers. So when we release this out to God and waited for answers, because obviously, it's frustrating when you haven't won, and when we heard that this is a common topic, it was incredibly interesting. So when we released it, my husband actually got the first message, and he got a YouTube video that came across his feed of something he wasn't expecting, something he wasn't working, he asked for, but it just came across and the title resonated with him. And when we talked about you getting messages, remember, they could come in any form. If it resonates with you, or it hits a spot, or it matches what you've been thinking about or releasing, it's probably a message for you. And I would look at more things as being a message than not. So I would say if you're looking, and all of a sudden you get a channel across your YouTube that seems like it's something you've been talking about, I would take that seriously, and that's what he did. And this was one that was talking about why does the law of attraction not work for us? And of course, once you hit one like that, a lot will come across. So we got to see a lot of information about why it doesn't always work. And that really hit home for us because, like I said, we're working on it just like everybody else. So some of the things that came across why it doesn't work for you, and those were maybe you're still holding a lot of baggage from your past. Maybe you're holding a lot of issues. Although you think you've let go of them, you really haven't. And I've talked about this in releasing before. Remember that often I'm amazed at the stuff I'm still holding on to. Like if you had asked me about, money, I would have said, oh, I'm all healed. I just want money. I want money. But as I release money, I've been finding out a lot of information. I'm not. And so this is where my technique is actually quite handy, because you may think that you've let go of all of your blocks, and you'll be surprised there's a lot of them left in there, and they may be hidden in different areas that you weren't aware of. Like speaking about money, I thought I released everything, and I was doing a release on money, and I found out that I had a problem because my father worked a lot of times on commission, and so I was either feast or famine in our home, and so to me, money has a weird prospect. I feel like if I don't constantly have money coming in and I don't have a secure source of income, I'm almost panicked. I mean, my money, because I'm so used to, when I grew up, like, we could either go to a movie or we might not go to a movie for 8 months, depending on how commissions were coming in. I mean, we were going on vacation or we didn't go on vacation for a couple of years, just depending how things were going. So, and that relate on the stress in the house and everything. So, healing past wounds, that's a big piece of it. Another way is your own self-awareness. And that's a tough one. I mean, how aware are you of what's going on in your life? How aware of you or of how you feel about things, about, like the other day I was having trouble with someone at work, and I came home and I said, I don't understand why I'm having trouble with him. We usually get along really well. And I actually released him. But then I thought, you know what, because when I looked at why I wasn't, and when I released it, what I got back is that I had some issues around working with his personality type that was actually bothering me at the time for some reason. And so, when I just said, that's okay, I let that go, I was able to work with him again. So that self-awareness, sometimes you project on others and you don't even realize it. How you're feeling about yourself or about things going on in your life, you're projecting those out and you don't realize that. You have to learn, this was a big piece, that the law of attraction is the law of attraction. It's going to be attracted to what you really are and also how you really feel. And that's including anything you hold on to. And then we talked about that. So, and this is, one woman said it's a really unfortunate part. For the law of attraction, it makes sense. For us, it doesn't. So if you were, let's say, in a bad marriage, and you were, it was a horrible marriage, a horrible husband, he treated you awful, and it's just because I'm a female, I'm using a male term, and you finally get out of that marriage, chances are, if you haven't figured out how to really release that marriage, you're going to hop right back into another one just like it. The same kind of man, the same kind of relationship, because you haven't really let go of that, and the law of attraction is going to give you right back what you had before. And the same is, you're trying to attract in money, and yet, you have this sense of poverty in your life. You have this fear around money. Like, I remember I had a friend that was so used to being poor, and he was given, he earned it, suddenly a $1 million check. And within 3 to 4 months, that check was gone. And it's because he had gotten so accustomed to not having any money and living by nothing. The moment he got the money, he spent the money. And he said it was like the money just disappeared. And he said, if I were to believe in the law of attraction, he said, it took my money. And that probably is true. Most people like to be where they're comfortable. And so you have to understand that. Like, if you're used to feeling really sorry for yourself, then chances are that's what you're going to be given. The stuff, like, oh, I'm not pretty, I'll never have a man, I'll never have any money. Well, that's what the law of attraction is going to give you. If you feel that way, I mean, like with my young children, we teach them all the time, don't say I wish, because I wish is a terrible term. I wish I were pretty. Oh, I wish I had this toy. Oh, I wish I had money. Oh, I wish I was on vacation. Of course, we all wish these things. It's a terrible thing to do. Wishing doesn't give you anything. Wishing's off of the genie off the lamp. Wishing is not a good term. Wishing is probably one of the worst things you can do in the law of attraction. If you say, you know what, I don't understand why I haven't won this. Please help me release everything that I need to release. You get those answers back, that you'll have good luck with. But if all you do is wish to God or ask God, it's probably not going to happen. Especially if you're not looking for answers back. So, also, was another big piece, and this is a big piece that I've had to accept, that sometimes the law of attraction gives you things that you didn't know you needed, or gives you things differently, or will send you on a path to get there. So, you may want to, get a promotion in your job, and instead you get fired. Well, of course you're going to feel like, this is not the law of attraction working for me. But if you relax and let the law of attraction work for you, you might be surprised you get offered a better job, or you start your own business, or you write a book, something happens that you weren't expecting, because the law of attraction is actually working for you and you don't realize it. I had said in another video that one of my darkest moments was when, I had just had a divorce. and I had 2 teenage boys, and then I lost my job in a very traumatic way. And at the time when it first happened, everything piling on top of me, being a single mother, raising 2 kids, and losing my job, and having a car payment, a house payment, life is not cheap. And I didn't know how I was going to make all these bills. But when I relaxed and let the law of attraction work for me, my life actually got better because of it. I met so many neat people, and so many, I actually got a job overseas, something I'd always wanted to do. And then I had afterwards I had a chance to move to a different city. Another thing I'd always wanted to do, had the law of attraction just given me another job in the same city, I would probably not be happy. But because the law of attraction works the way it does, I actually got to do the things I wanted to do. I got to travel, and I got to move somewhere else, and I, met a new husband. So just know that sometimes you're going to go where you don't want to go. It's going to send you on a path you didn't know you were meant to go on. And even, my husband and I talk about this now, that, like, we have all these big dreams we want to meet, but we've come to really appreciate the path we're on to achieve those. That we have things we have to do first. It's okay. We're excited about it, and it's really fun. So, and then you need to work on self. I do believe that this releasing technique is a great way to work on yourself. Whatever you need to work on, whatever you feel like is lacking in your life, it's a great place to start. Obviously, again, I want to stress, this is not a substitute for therapy. This is not I am not a therapist by any means, but I do know for me, I came from a place of horrible anxiety, and I would say a borderline depression, and I was terribly overweight and terribly unhappy with everything. And every time I couldn't manifest exactly what I wanted, I found myself just bundled up in tears. And now and work stressed me out, and everybody stressed me out. But now that I'm using this releasing technique, for me, it's been fantastic. My whole mood has changed. The stress is not there. I mean, things that used to bring me to tears don't. Like I said, I have a problem at work. I just let it go. I let it go. I find myself being so much calmer. But I really use it, and I really, I look forward to it. I'm excited to see the messages. I'm excited to learn more about myself and what I need to do. Or even if I don't learn anything from that, it just felt great to talk about it and release it. I know if I don't get a message back, I wasn't meant to. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. So anyway, I hope this helps. And I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks a lot.